Hi, welcome back to Explore with J&J. I'm Janelle.
And I'm Jeremy.
And today we are going to visit the iconic, the historic, the beautiful Devon House Mansion.
Yeah, awesome mansion, awesome place to be, and one of Jamaica's best historical sites, in my opinion.
All right, so let's get into it. We're going to take you through the whole journey. We're going to start out a little bit of the history behind Devon House, and then we're going to get into the booking process for it.
Alright, so just a little background history on this whole Devon House. So Devon House is actually owned by Jamaica's first black millionaire. So his name was George Stiebel. But he went to South America and got into like the gold mining industry, got a couple of gold, came back to Jamaica, bought 99 properties because he was only allowed to buy 99, he couldn't buy 100. And one of those properties was Devon House. And that's the one that we know today.
All right, so it is quite inspiring, especially for us as entrepreneurs, seeing that he was an entrepreneur back in those days and he made it. So, make us feel like we can make it too one day, get our own little mansion.
Yeah, true.
But besides him being an entrepreneur and giving us the gem we know today as Devon House, it was really nice being in the space and being able to learn so much about how Jamaica was back in those days. Mm-hmm. So he had opened the house, or he established the house in the 1800s. So you can give us a bit more about the booking process, how we actually book the tour.
Yeah, so booking the tour is pretty much fairly easy. So you can either do it at the reception, but for us, we went to the house itself. So we just walked through the main doors and then we went to the reception area that they had and we made payment. So for pricing, this is in 2025. So pricing was 2,300 Jamaican dollars. For local adults, that is, and then 24 USD for international visitors. And then for kids, local kids, it was $1,495 and it was 16 USD for international kids, right? So tours can be booked on site or in advance via form or the website. I would say probably call in advance so you can get the exact timing of when the tours would be. The day that we went, there wasn't anybody really on tours, so there was a tour guide available right away to take us on the tour. But I'll say just for not security purposes, but just to secure your spot and have greater clarity, I'll say call in advance. All right. Tours usually run daily and are guided, and they do welcome walk-ins as well. But as I said before, good to call ahead. And then the mansion tours are from Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 12 noon to 8 p.m. Public holidays, and well, you'd have to make reservations during public holidays, and that's usually you have to do it like 48 hours prior. So more information is on the website, and I'll leave the contact information right here.
All right, so let's dive into the mansion. It was quite tasteful, quite historical. It was a mixture of Georgian, French architecture, English architecture. A lot of Caribbean pieces were there as well. A lot of Jamaican pieces from back in that time in the 1800s, 1900s coming up. So it was really nice to get that taste of history in terms of how they used to live. So they had, and not even how they used to live as rich, affluent people. Mm. So if you watched Bridgerton before, it's giving Bridgerton vibes. So if you are a history junkie, if you are obsessed with Bridgerton, you're gonna like the whole feel and layout of the space. Mm-hmm. So, they had the living room, the dining area, the drawing room. They had a magnificent ballroom.
Really cool ballroom.
And we're gonna insert pictures and talk more about that. The bedrooms were so tastefully decorated. It was just magnificent. And to see the tools and the furnishes that they used to use back in that time, it's almost like night and day in terms of what we know and how we operate now and function in our own homes.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the pieces that were scattered throughout the house, some of it was original to the mansion in the 1800s, and other pieces were brought in over time from the Caribbean, from France, from the English influence,
Yeah,
and other pieces
European
curated
countries.
in Jamaica as well.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing some pieces, for example, one of the best experiences for me was seeing the bathroom.
I mean, that's most people's, like, it's kind of like a culture
Right.
shock, you know?
It was quite surprising. They had an indoor toilet, which was not known to be a thing back in the day, but there was an indoor toilet, and it was just like, if you've ever seen a pit toilet in Jamaica before, it's like the wooden structure of a pit toilet, and then they have a little bowl in it that I assume the help would take out after you've done your business.
Mm-hmm.
And
I never had toilet paper. I just wanted to just
right. They never had toilet paper. So they had little wash basins that they would wash up after. How the face basin was structured, and they had their little jugs and pitchers that they would pour the water from, because at that time there was no running water. And then the cute little bathtub.
Apparently, also, they were tiny people.
Right.
That was very interesting.
Like, people were shorter back
short
in that time. I guess it's a part of evolution, but persons were shorter, so the tub to us was really small. Even the beds, in terms of length, were a bit short. So that was quite interesting to learn as well.
Right. So as a general service, it's like a nice fusion of Caribbean and European influences inside of the house, which made it really nice. So like one of the areas that I loved, that I loved really about the house, I thought was cool back in the day. So they didn't have electric fans and stuff like that. So they built it with like 10, I think it was 10, 12 feet wide, but tall walls. And that aided in ventilation of the space and keeping the house itself very, very cool. They also had a gambling room. That was quite interesting as well, because it was retro. It was a stairs that could lift up.
To be hidden.
Yeah, to be hidden. So like it fitted into the roof itself. So if you walked in there, well, for now they kind of fixed it and it's no longer like that. But back in the day, because gambling was illegal back then, so that was great. And then another piece that was was interesting was the games room. So the games room, they literally had a room for just playing games. So that was, as I said, I had like, I don't remember the games. I just put up the pictures here so you can see them. But it was quite interesting to see those pieces and coming in. And one of the chairs that was funny, I call it a fainting chair, but I'll just insert the picture here too, is where ladies, they used to wear corset dresses. So because they were so tight, they were prone to fainting. So they literally had a chair for that. So if somebody felt like they were going to faint, they just lay down in that chair just to eat. But it was really, really nice. The ballroom was nice. Love the architecture.
Really, really nice.
Yeah, the grand piano that was just in the room, and the architecture that was just on the walls was really exquisite. And I love that.
Right. And I love the chandeliers as well. The chandeliers were so beautiful. Like, after going through after going through the ballroom, I was like so inspired. I'm like, babe, we have to have something like this in our house, because it just reminds you of such a simpler time in terms of what people did for entertainment and how they used to host people and host different events in their home. And it was just so soothing to see all of that untainted by social media and technology, and living how we know we are living now. Like it was such it supported socializing more than now. So what they used to do for social activities, it seemed to be so classy, so elegant, so tasteful. The interaction that they used to have with people that they would have hosted at the mansion was also pretty cool. All right. So besides touring the beautiful mansion, and just a disclaimer as well, you're not allowed to take videos inside the mansion. So it was a little disappointing for us, but you could take photos, just no videoing. So after our tour inside the mansion, the property as well was quite beautiful. And there's so many things to do. Like you could spend an entire day and find things to do at Devon House. For us, it would probably take us more than a day to actually do every single thing. But if you want to shop for gifts, if you want to have a quick bite to eat, there are many restaurants on the property.
Mm-hmm.
If you want dessert, there's the bakery, there's the world famous Devon House ice cream on property as well.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of areas for lounging, and if you want to have a picnic on the grass, it was just so many things to do in that space where you really couldn't feel bored. So despite getting the educational aspect of it in the tour, there's just so much more to do to have fun and enjoy on the property.
Yeah, and it's just a really nice place overall. There's also a pizzeria as well. That makes it really, really nice. So for persons who love that type of thing. And there's also a fine dining space. I don't remember the name of the steakhouse, but there's somewhere like that. So it caters to a lot of people from a different background. So whatever you feel like
whether
doing,
it's salad, soup, steak,
anything,
pizza, anything
famous
you want,
Devon House Patty,
coconut water,
jerk chicken. So there's quite a lot of stuff over there to do, and you definitely enjoy yourself.
Right. So you just mentioned the Devon House Patty. So these are two things that we would recommend if you're going to Devon House. It is popularly known, but these two things, so you have to be sure to try it. One is the Devon House patties. If you are a lover of Jamaican patties, you have to try Devon House patties because that's like the luxurious patties, the upper echelons of patties. Yeah, Devon House patties are the tea. So you have to try the curry goat patty. That's one of our favorites.
The curry goat patty was really, really good.
Right.
Really, and the fun thing about it has like, it's not like mashed out or mashed or shredded curry. It's like actual nice pieces of
curry goat.
So I'll insert a video. It was really good.
Right, and the beef patty is nice as well.
It is.
There are other patties there, some of which I haven't tried before because we don't eat shellfish.
Yeah,
so you can try those, but there is just a wide variety for you to choose from.
Yeah, and if anybody has tried them before, you can let us know
what they're like in the comments.
Like.
Yes, and the second thing you have to try if you're at Devon House is their ice cream.
Yep.
That is definitely a must.
The fourth best ice cream in the world, by the way.
Right. So be sure that you take a cup or a cone of ice cream during your visit at Devon House.
And you know, Janelle, so I always have to buy a tub.
No, but it's just the reality. Like having a tub of ice cream, to me, is so much more enjoyable because you don't have to worry about the ice cream dripping down on your hand, on your clothes and all of that, and you can actually get to scoop out every last drop.
Is that the real reason, or you just want to live ice cream?
It's separate and apart from the fact that I want a lot of ice cream. I also don't want to waste any of it. And one of the most catastrophic things that you can see at Devon House, as you walk out at the ice cream parlor with a nice little cone, it just drops. That is not happening to me and my tub of ice cream. So I don't go to Devon House and buy a cone. Call me crazy, but no, I'm not a cone girly.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, she loves enough ice cream. So I always have a smile at all.
All right. So what would you say is your most favorite thing about the tour?
I think it's just more just to see how they lived and the architecture itself, what fascinated me. So just to see how a part of history is well preserved and well, your tour guide is well knowledgeable of the space and of the time period as well. So it was really nice. I think that's what struck out to me. I just love the architecture. I just really love looking, especially that ballroom. I love, 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 love. Love Georgian architecture all the time. Yeah, and it was really nice. That's really what I love. And of course, I like my food, so the curry goat patty was really nice. Not the ice cream fan, but the curry goat patty was really good.
Okay, so for me, my favorite part of it was the art. So the art not only on the walls, but in the fixtures of the space as well. It just really brought you back. It made you feel like you were living in that period of time. The pictures of how people used to look back in that period of time as well. It was just something so interesting to relive. And fun fact about the art as well, Devon House was at one point the first national gallery of Jamaica. So like there's a lot of that art still intertwined in the mansion today. So that was really nice to see.
So I hope you guys are heading to Devon House soon. Well, at least if you're not going to do the tour, I know quite a few people will love the ice cream.
Well, what I'm encouraging you to do, because people always go for the ice cream, people always go for the patty and the food.
Yeah, do the tour.
Take the tour. Like sometimes these are the things we overlook, and it teaches us so much about our history, where we're coming from, and it can even inspire you to think differently. So take the tour. It was worth it.
Yeah, man. It was good.
I would say for me, it was at least a 9 out of 10.
I don't have a score. It was just cool, guys. It was about like 8. I'll say 8.5. The party made it to 8.5. Party's so good.
All right. So thank you so much for watching the video today. We hope you enjoyed our rendition of what our Devon House mansion tour was like. And we hope it inspires you to do more exploring.
Yeah. So just remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell button so that you're notified every time we post a video. And not so like Peter McKay. And if you have been to Devon House already, let us know what's your favorite food or favorite thing to do there in the comment section down below, so I can help somebody.
Right. So until next time, keep exploring. Bye.
Bye. Peace.